Thank you very much for joining us today. We just welcomed in the new year of the water tiger on February 1st of this year. So, you know, we're catching up right now. And so I know some of you are not familiar with Feng Shui. Feng Shui is really the Chinese, it literally means wind and water. And what Feng Shui is all about is it's about harmonizing the people with their environments. So if we are in harmony with our environment, then we can live a more positive life and have more energy to go achieve the goals that we want. So some of the things that you'll hear about today, we are talking about a specific school of Feng Shui, which is called the Flying Star Feng Shui. There are a few schools of Feng Shui, and one of the first things that when I first started learning Feng Shui, like more than 30 years ago, I got confused. It's a little bit confusing because there are different schools. There's Compass School, there is Baji School, which is 8 pillars school. There's Structural School of Feng Shui. There is a more Western kind of what they call the Tibetan black hat method, where it's similar to this, but it doesn't change on a yearly basis. The flying star does change on a yearly basis, so it is considered by Feng Shui masters to be more accurate because it does change with the energy of each year. There's also what they call form school, and that was the original starting of Feng Shui, which is where you would kind of place your homes, tombs, dwellings. You would kind of orient your building to kind of go, kind of work within nature and the water and the hills and things like that. So that's kind of where the original Feng Shui started from. And then from kind of the outside environment, then they started bringing the Feng Shui into the interior, which is what we're talking about today, which is more of how to kind of set up the interior of your home to harmonize so that you can kind of catch the good qi, which is the universal life force energy, and then prevent or kind of mitigate sha, which is what they call kind of negative or sharp energies, right? So just kind of think about the difference in energies when you go into a pool of water and the water is very soft and flowing, right? You feel very relaxed. But if you stood kind of in front of like a pair of scissors and someone not poking it at you, but they're just kind of pointing it at you, after a while, you don't feel so good. So that's called sha energy, that's sharp energy, like corners and things like that. So Feng Shui is all about moving energy kind of in kind of more going with the flow and Taoist kind of energy, and kind of avoiding sharp energies that make you feel kind of uncomfortable or lowers your life force energy. So it's kind of like sometimes people have beams in their homes, and Feng Shui masters always say, do not sit or eat dinner under a beam, because a beam holds up the energy of your homes and it's heavy, right? So when you sit right underneath it, you feel heavy. So we all want to feel uplifted and we want to feel positive. And so that's kind of a little bit kind of a basic about what Feng Shui is about. One of the things too is you'll see in this chart, there's some energies, some stars that are more positive, you know, like let's say career, and then there's some that feel a little bit less positive, like there's illness or things like that. So what Master Wu always says is that your energy for the year is divided into 3 parts. One part is your astrological energy that you bring in. So if you are a water tiger or you're a metal rat, that's very important to what you bring into this year. The other third is your environment, where you live, all the things that you can kind of set up in your home to make it more harmonious. So, and then 1/3 of it is just human luck, like things that just happen to you, right? So it's 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, but all of it takes action on your part. So Master Wu is all about, you know, even if it says you have unlimited prosperity, for this year. It's like, well, if you just sit in your home and are a couch potato and don't do anything, you might not be able to kind of garner some of that money luck that might be coming your way. That's easier to come your way. On another hand is if you have kind of some things such as like loss or theft. If you leave your door open, that's not good, right? That's kind of inviting that luck that is kind of maybe more prevalent in for your sign. So you want to lock up the doors, make sure you keep your bag, close to you, don't leave your belongings. So it's really important that it's not just what the chart says, but that you take action to kind of make things better for yourself. That's what Feng Shui is all about. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to Leanne. She is also, she's been working with me for over 20 years in the store, and we've been working with Master Wu for many more than 10 years, actually. The other thing too is if you are in Honolulu, some of you are, feel free to come down to the store. She is available, so you could bring, if you want, you can bring in like what your house looks like, a little drawing of your house. And if you're concerned about what do I do here, I have stairs, I have this, I have that, I have an L-shaped, house, things like that. She can help you as well too.
You want to just let us know ahead of time. So you can call the store, set up an appointment for a personal consultation, and we'll set aside some time for you.
So we'll just go through an overview, and don't worry. Sometimes you may get even more confused at the end, but it's a good start. You're taking the first step into learning this. It took us many years, and just start one step at a time. Just start with your own zodiac sign. If you figured out what you need to do for this year, then that's great. You don't need to know about all the other ones, and then next year when it moves to something else, you can go, okay, I'll learn about that. So, take it one step at a time. And here's Leanne. All right.
Okay. So, hi, thanks for joining us. This is our Flying Stars Feng Shui charts for this year. So up on top here, we have the chart showing items you could put in your home to either enhance or protect from certain energies. And we have this chart down here showing you different items you could carry on you for the same reason, to either protect or enhance. It's all based on compass direction. So flying stars, and what the flying stars are different energies that fly to the different compass directions for that year. They'll stay in that direction all year, and then the next Chinese New Year, they switch around and go someplace else. So you don't have to worry about what's coming next year. We're just going to work on this year. All right. And there are also other energies in play, and we'll try to cover that a little bit too. We're going to start off with Year of the Tiger. So the first day from our Chinese New Year was February 1st, right? Yeah. So February 1st was Chinese New Year. A lot of times they'll go by the first day of spring, which is either the 3rd or the 4th, depending if you're going by here or China. Either way, Tiger is located in the northeast. All the animals are always in the same direction all the time. What changes is the energy. So starting with Tiger, they got number 8, prosperity and wealth, in their direction, which is nice. That's a good one to have. Everybody likes that energy. It's primarily good for business owners, entrepreneurs, things like that. Although everybody can take advantage of it, because the better the business you work for does, the better you do too. Anyway, another thing that they're being affected by is something called Tai Sui. So when it's the animals that year, they're in Tai Sui, which brings challenges, possible big life changes. So like changing jobs, moving house, changing relationships, things like that. None of these things we're talking about are guarantees, but these are just likelihoods. So there's a high likelihood of a lot of stuff happening in your life this year being a tiger. Doesn't have to be all bad though, because change always takes us to better places anyway. In order to enhance that prosperity energy for yourself and for anybody else, because it doesn't have to be just tigers. Anybody can access any of the energies and be affected by any of the energies on the chart, depending on what's going on in your home, because the energies do fly directionally. So you could put certain items in that direction in order to enhance it. So something we like to use is a golden calcite, which is this thing right here. It's a natural stone. A lot of people call it citrine. It's not citrine, it's golden calcite. It's going to work very much the same way though. It brings success energy. It brings motivation, all good things you need to prosper in your life. You would take one of these, put in the northeast of your home, make sure it's not a closet or a bathroom or anything like that. And also you could add different colors that enhance that wealth energy element, which is like an earth element. So you want like metals or crystals, you can put crystals in that direction. So if you shop our store a lot and buy a lot of crystals, you can put certain ones there. That would be nice. You know, or decorate in like reds, you know, pinks are good too, things like that. Items you can carry on you would be something like the golden 8 charm. So the golden 8 charm right here, it's got a gold 8 and a little citrine bead and this little yellow ingot. So an ingot is like their old school gold bar. So good thing to carry. You can keep it hooked on your wallet or your bag. For tigers in particular, because they're in Tai Sui, you're going to want to put something called a pichu in that northeast direction. So that's these little guys. So pichus are just these little mythical creatures. They're also called children of dragon, and they consume wealth and riches and hold it for their owner. They're also very, very protective and eat negative energy and turn it into positive energy for you. So you can carry them for that purpose. So you can carry them for protection. So we have ones here. We have them in the store in various stones. So this is a tiger's eye. And we also have it in like a gold with some coins. Very nice. They like the coins. So good prosperity building charm. It's also a good protective charm. Good for everybody. We have them in bracelets as well. I always wear mine on me. Several people do. Here's one version with a little fan that on it that blows away negative energy. Super cute. So there's that. And because you see they share the direction with ox, and we will get an ox. We're just going to go in order. You're going to want to put your pichu in the northeast, a little closer to the east and facing towards your front door, but not at eye level with anybody. You don't want him challenging you. You want him protecting from that energy. So moving along from there, we've got rabbit in the east. So rabbits have that argument energy, the number 3 argument and quarrelsome energy. It brings emotional sensitivity and kind of makes you feel like people are starting arguments with you, even if they aren't. Might feel a little triggery this year. So it's really important to actually be mindful of that, recognize when you're starting to feel that way, and just take yourself out of the situation and breathe for a little bit. At worst, it can bring actual lawsuits and litigations and things like that, which you really want to avoid. Nobody wants that sort of thing. The other thing affecting rabbits this year is illness energy. I mean, honestly, it's kind of affecting everybody these days, but rabbits in particular, they have an illness energy about them. So you also want to watch your health. And what I've noticed over the years, illness energies aren't just like typical illness stuff. It can be anything that goes physically wrong with your body. So extra careful, take breaks if you need to. Don't run yourself ragged. If you start to feel a little under the weather, see a doctor right away, get things taken care of soon as possible. Items that you could use. So in your home, to ease up on the argument energy, you could use what's called the fireball. Because the argument energy is a wood element energy, you want to add fire to weaken it. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but this is how it works. So you want to put some fire energy to weaken the wood. All right, so we've got this very anime looking fireball, or if you have like one of those Himalayan salt lamps, adding a Himalayan salt lamp in that direction is a good idea for you. We don't carry any in the store, but you can always find them like on Amazon, because you can find everything on Amazon, or I've seen them at like TJ Maxx and Ross for like real cheap. Either way, you want to add fire element and also colors too. So reds, pinks, yellows, things like that. Adding that sort of color into the decor into the east would help bring more of that energy there and kind of keep the arguments down. The other person that this may affect would be the eldest son or male in the household. So not dads, but sons. So you want to be careful of your oldest sons being argumentative, maybe, parents. So each of the directions, they also affect different family members. I'll cover that too. So next we have Southeast, which is dragon and snake. So dragon and snake are sharing the direction in the Southeast. So dragons, first off, so they have relationship and education luck this year. Nice, good, we all like that, which makes it a good year for learning new things, even doing like paperwork type stuff, computer type stuff, anything that requires study or concentration, things like that. Also relationship luck, so it can be any kind of interpersonal relationship, so friends, family, partners, things like that. It's a good year if you're trying to either enhance that sort of energy or, work with it, get a new partner, things like that. One thing affecting dragons in particular is called heaven dog, which sounds good, but really kind of isn't. It brings illness, so more susceptible to illness if you're traveling. It's mostly like foodborne illness type things. So if you are planning, so dragons, if you're planning on traveling at any point this year, you just want to be careful of things you're putting in your mouth. All right. Things that will help in that direction, depending on what you're trying to enhance. If you're trying to enhance relationship things, we have something called Mandarin Ducks. And this is a little charm we have. They're a cute little pair of ducks. They use Mandarin Ducks because they mate for life. It's adorable. So we got these guys. So this is a charm you can keep on you on your purse, which is really nice. If you're not into the whole tassel-y thing, we've got little hearts, a little more subtle. Those are super cute too. People really like that one, little double rose quartz heart charm. If you're trying to bring it into your home, like actually have the items in your home in the Southeast to enhance relationship energy, you can use the little Mandarin Ducks on the green aventurine lily pad. Also adorable. And we have also a rose quartz sphere. So rose quartz energy, known for bringing love and friendship energy, but it's also super calming as well. So rose quartz sphere like this. One of these you could put in the southeast of your home. You can also put it in the east to help ease argument energy as well. So good use for these guys. And then for relationship luck, if you're trying to enhance that, we have the Education Pagoda. So Education Pagoda in the southeast. So anybody going back to school, anybody got to concentrate on office type things or computer things, or trying to learn, just, you know, learn new stuff. This is really good to help with that. Also, the quartz point. So keeping a quartz point, it doesn't have to be this big, but you know, it's nice when they're that big. You can put that in the southeast of your home, or even if your desk at work, in your desk at work, you can find the southeast corner of your desk and put something like that on there to really help enhance that energy. And I will go over how to find the directions correctly, so don't worry about that. To carry on you, we do have the Education Pagoda in a handy little keychain size, because I know a great big gold one is very big and gold. So this is nice to carry on you. So just so you know, the home items are bigger. You keep them in your home. The little personal size items, you can't put that in your home. They're too small. These are just to carry on you. For protection from that heaven dog energy. So dragons, if you gotta travel, we have this charm. And again, anybody can carry any of these charms if you want that energy for you personally. It doesn't have to be just the sign. So this is this is like a little double coin charm in kind of the shape of a hulu or medicine gourd. It has prosperity symbols on the top. It has good fortune symbols, protection inside and out, good fortune and balance and protection on the back, protection from bad energy, all that good stuff that you're gonna need. We got these, good one to carry for anybody. And then moving on to snake. So snake, sharing the same southeast direction, same thing, education, relationship, all that good stuff. Except they got something called Fu Di, which is the name of like a prosperity god of the home. So they've got good fortune with money and things like that this year. So snakes are actually, you know, the rock stars of this year. They're doing the best because they got that relationship, education, and Fu Di. It's a nice year to be a snake. So also they can use any of the same charms to enhance that kind of energy for themselves. The southeast affects the eldest daughter of the household. So eldest daughters, aside from whatever your zodiac sign is, you're also affected by what's happening in the southeast. So eldest daughters, education and relationship, good stuff. Okay, moving along to south. South is where horse resides. Horse has number 9, future happiness and luck energy in their direction. Nice. So it's a good year for horses to build for their future. So it may not be like an instantaneous luck kind of thing, or immediate gratification kind of thing, but it's a good building year. So it's a really good year to plan, put things together for your future. If anybody's planning anything for their future, it's a good idea to be in the south direction of your home if you can. So because these energies are in those directions, you being in that direction helps you to soak up that energy too, no matter what your sign is. So you want to plan for your future, being in the south is the best. You want to study for stuff or work on relationship stuff, southeast would be best for that sort of thing. You want to soak up that money energy, be in the northeast. That's good stuff over there. You want to avoid being the east as much as possible because that's where the argument energy is. All right. So something else affecting horse this year is something called white tiger, which is basically random accidents that can happen out of the blue, accidents and injuries. So you just want to be a little extra careful out there. So take precautions, don't take any unnecessary chances, things like that. Just be extra careful. Again, that double coin hulu charm, this would be another good one to carry to protect from accidents and injuries and things like that that may occur. Depending on what you're planning on, horses, depending on what you're planning on for your future, if you're planning relationship stuff, you can always carry, you know, relationship type charms for enhancing money stuff. You can carry your money charms for enhancing things like that. Moving along to the southwest. This is kind of a serious direction this year, and I'll tell you why. So monkey and ram share this direction. So starting with rams, first of all, they've got that illness energy in their direction. Nobody likes it. Rams in particular have something called virtue of dragon, which is good. So you got kind of a good bad thing going here. First of all, a little more susceptible to illness. And like I said before, with the illness energies, it can be like cold and flu stuff. But through my experience, I've noticed it's the thing that you're not expecting. So I've had people say, yeah, they've broken things. That year they had an illness year. I've had someone who started having weird rashes that they never had before. I remember when I had an illness year, I had an eye thing going on that mysteriously that would bug me the entire year, and it just disappeared at the end of the year mysteriously, and nobody knew what happened to it. Weird stuff that you don't think could happen to you. So just heads up.
I had it last year.
Yeah.
I kept stubbing my toe.
Malia kept stubbing her toe.
With the illness.
It's weird stuff. So just careful, any kind of body thing can happen. All right. But that virtue of dragon for rams in particular, that's good luck when you need it. So might get weird illnesses, but then again, you might meet someone who can actually help you with it. Example, you know, so things you can put in the southwest, things everybody should be putting in the southwest to protect their health, because, you know, these days you got the metal hulu. Metal in particular, because I know there's a lot of hulus out there made of all kind of different things. Metal in particular, because metal is going to weaken the earth element of the illness star. Okay, so the one we carry here, nice brass, and the top unscrews, and you put salt inside, and then you screw it back on, put it in the southwest of your home. When you put it in the southwest of your home, it protects your whole household. So you're protecting the health safety of your whole home and everybody that lives there when you put one in your home. You could also carry, with you your health protection charms. So we have these little obsidians, this little obsidian bead with a jade hulu. A hulu is like a medicine gourd, right? You know, so this is a cute little thing to carry on you for health protection. That's your own personal protection, nobody else. We also have like the metal hulu in a little tiny travel size. So if you think, you know, the little black bead seems fragile, how about we carry a little metal one? You could do that too. Guys like that one. Oh yeah, and we also have bracelets if you like bracelets. So this is medicine Buddha on an obsidian bracelet. So all of us here at the store have one. We wear them often. We love them. They're good for everybody. They look real nice. So guys and gals can wear them. Very good health protection. Also, if you feel like you're particularly affected or you want just extra protection, we've got these obsidian hulus that you put next to your bed. Now, the items that I've been showing you so far to put in your home, those you're going to move around every year as the energy shifts. This one, however, this goes along more with structural feng shui. So you put this next to your bedside, and this doesn't move. You always keep it next to your bed. So, and if you share a bed with someone, one on your side, one on their side, because whoever side this is on, that's who it's protecting. All right. And this one doesn't do double duty. This is just you. All right. So moving along to monkey. So monkey sharing the same direction. So all the same illness energy things apply. So monkey is special. They're facing Tai Sui, which means they're the opposite animal from tiger. So whatever animal is the opposite of the animal of that year also shares in that big life changes and shifts fun that can happen. So yay, monkey, illness energy, and facing Tai Sui. So maybe a little challenging for monkeys this year. So they can also carry that pichu that we showed earlier on them. They can wear their little pichu bracelets. We got a lot of different versions of these. This one's fun and color changing. It's like a little mood ring, except it's a mood pichu, cute with a little fan. And if you feel so inclined, you can actually put another set of pichus, another set of pichus in the southwest direction to protect from that facing Tai Sui energy, and also have them looking towards your front door. So if you're putting one in the northeast, you're going to have them northeast a little closer to east, because that's where tiger is. If you're going to have them in the southwest, you're going to have them southwest, but a little closer west, because that's where monkey is, looking towards your front door, wherever that is. Alrighty. Yeah, you want to try to avoid renovating in the Tai Sui and facing Tai Sui directions, because even if you're not that animal, you can start getting affected by that energy, because action in a specific direction is going to cause that energy in that direction to affect you regardless of whatever your sign is. All right, good or bad. So careful with that. The other person affected by the southwest is moms, or eldest females of the household. So moms and grandmas, extra careful with your health this year. All right. So everybody needs to do little extra checkups on grandma, and moms, just try to take it easy this year. Watch the health. You got to moms take care of everybody else. So if mom's not good, everyone's not good. Okay, so next up we have rooster in the west. Roosters, well, might be a bit of a challenging year for roosters. Roosters have that robbery, loss, theft type energy in their direction. Not the greatest. It could be like physical loss, like people breaking in and taking your stuff. It could also be people wasting your time and energy kind of loss too, So you just want to be extra super careful about things. You want to watch your belongings, try not to leave stuff in places, double check your locks, double check that you locked your house, double check that you locked your home, things like that. Even if you think you did, checking again isn't going to hurt anything. So just a little extra careful with that sort of thing for this year. The other thing they're experiencing is something called minor loss too. So that's a lot of loss energy to be aware of. But don't be scared, because like I said in the beginning, these are all just likelihoods. They're not guarantees. And now that you can take extra precaution to prevent stuff like that from happening to you in the first place. So that's a good thing, right? Because we're here and we know. Things to put in that west direction, something called a blue rhino or blue elephant. These are kind of small, but we kind of sold out on the larger versions. We'll get some more, but this is what they look like. This is a blue elephant and blue rhino. And you would put that in the west along with some more water element. All right. So it's a metal element star. Water weakens metal. So you want a blue glass bowl or vase with some water in it. Nothing moving, because remember, action causes the energy to start affecting you. So no fountains or fish tanks or things like that, but still water. So blue glass bowl or vase in the west, preferably with your blue rhino and elephant. We also have little blue rhinos that you can carry on you. Good for everybody to carry on you, because you know nobody wants theft and loss. I got a story of one of my customers that came in, and she said she always keeps one of these in her car and one of these in her husband's car. And she came in to get new ones because she found that the one in her husband's car was cracked. So she took the one out of her husband's car to go get a new one. And then like right after she did that, her husband's car got broken into and stuff got taken. And so she was in a panic and a rush to come to our store to get a brand new one as soon as she could. Not saying like a thing like that's going to happen, but she's a believer now. So always good to have on you. The other thing is this little crab. Cute little crab charm. Crab charm because crabs are known for grabbing onto opportunity. They're opportunists, very good about that sort of thing. So symbolically, carrying the crab charm helps you to grab onto opportunity to prevent further loss. You know, so the other person affected is the youngest daughter of the household. So youngest daughters, extra careful there. So roosters and youngest daughters, you might want to avoid dark, spooky parking lots at night, and any kind of risky places or activities. Just be extra careful with your stuff or with your surroundings, things like that. Because this is a metal star, it can also cause accidents that have to do with metal things. So cars, knives if you're cooking, things like that. One of my customers, when her boyfriend had that loss energy in her direction, he dropped a washer on his leg. Big metal thing. Yeah, so just careful with metal stuff, all right, for this coming year, but always a good thing for everyone to protect up from that energy, because you never know. All right, so next we have the Northwest up here. We have dog and boar sharing the Northwest direction. So dog, which is the next zodiac in the line, authority, power, promotion energy, number 6. That's good, right? Good year for getting ahead in career. It's a good year for promotion. So if you're working on that promotion and work, good year to propose that. Even if you're trying to get a job, because I know a lot of people over the past couple of years kind of lost some jobs, things like that. So it's a good year to get that going as well. So anybody that wants to enhance that career energy, that promotion energy, that getting a new job energy, Northwest is good for that. So being in that direction to work on those things, that would be very, very helpful. So something to put in that direction to enhance that promotion energy would be the dragon turtle. That's this guy. This is our own personal dragon turtle from the store. He's very big and gold. We're sold out of a smaller one. He's about half the size and he's solid brass, less shiny unless you like the shiny. He's cool. You're going to put him in the northwest of the home this year to enhance that authority promotion energy. We also have him in a handy little keychain. He's cute. He looks like a little turtle with a dragon head. You carry him on you to enhance that energy for you as well. The other energy affecting dogs this year is something called 5 ghosts. So 5 ghosts is random bad luck or people talking behind your back, stuff like that. For that, we have something called tiger bells. Jingly, they're cute. So what the tiger bells do, the vibration from the ringing counteracts the negative energy or the bad luck vibration, or the people talking behind your back vibration. So you don't necessarily have to have the 5 ghost energy affecting you. If you feel like there's some gossipy nonsense happening around you, this can be very helpful to kind of halt that stuff too. So good thing to have. I keep one in my purse to make sure I have my keys on me. So always good. Tiger bells. So next in that direction would be boar. So boar, same thing, good promotion energy, good job energy, things like that. They have something called Tai Yin. Tai Yin only affects male zodiac. So females don't have to worry about any of that Tai Yin energy. But for the male boars this year, you want to be careful of loaning money out to people, especially large amounts of money, because you just might not get it back. Also, people trying to use you or scam you out of your money, things like that. Chinese like money, a lot of it has to do with money. Also beware of women trying to scam you out of your money. So that's a thing too. So, you know, anybody seeming a little too weirdly friendly and wanting your things, be wary of that sort of junk. So as we're moving towards the North group here, I'm going to be talking about something called the 3 killings. So the 3 killings is another energy that moves around every year, and it affects one entire direction for that whole year. This year, it's the entire north direction, which includes boar, rat, and ox. So I will be getting more into that one. The northwest affects the father or eldest men of the household. So dads and grandpas, if there are any dads trying to get back to work or trying to get some promotion energy this year, good stuff for that. So next up, we have rat in the north. Rats have career success. Nice. So good year to get ahead in your career, to start a new career, even if anybody's working towards that sort of thing. Very similar to the authority promotion type energy. So you can put, you can carry charms. We have something called, this is a new one we're carrying this year. It's called a wish wheel. It's super cute. It turns, so it's got fidgety action. But the wish wheel helps bring your prayers to you. So it helps bring things that you've been trying to manifest. So that's a great charm to be carrying. We also have something called a ruyi, tiny little ruyi, called a wish wand. Anybody can access this energy. So if you're working on career stuff, or even building your business, things like that, north would be a good place for it. But while hanging out in the north, you do want to keep things super duper calm because of that 3 killings I was talking about. So the 3 killings, man-made disasters, natural disasters, and serious illnesses that can put you in the hospital, things like that. So the north group, mostly boar, rat, and ox. So boar, rat, and ox in particular, be careful of that 3 killings. Something to carry for help with that would be something called a lion with sword, a little lion face, a little sword in his mouth. That sort of thing would be great protection from the 3 killings. Lion with sword is also good protection for travel. So good travel protection. That includes cars. So we've had a lot of people buying these over the holidays as stocking stuffers for their kids and their families, things like that, to keep in your car. So it's always a good idea to keep one in your car, one on you, because, you know, driving gets crazy out there. So protection from 3 killings, also any kind of travel protection, that lion with sword. Protection from the 3 killings in particular to put in your home would be something called the qilin. So also known as the dragon horse or Chinese unicorn. They look like this. Also known as kirin, Japanese, like the deer, but you want to have them in the north. If you have a window in your north, you have them looking out the window. If you don't have a window in the north, you have them in the north, but looking towards your front door. And again, as the 3 killings shifts around every year, you're going to shift these to the new direction. You get the little guys. We also got great big fancy guys, which are very nice for that protection. And good for everybody, because even if you're not a boar, rat, or an ox, you do have a north to your home. So you don't want to do any renovating, any loud noises, any banging on the walls, any digging under the floor, things like that in that direction. Even if it's not you, even if your neighbor is doing construction in the north, or you've got a road in the north of your house and the state starts tearing it up, that can cause that energy to start affecting you. All right, so qilin, always good to have to protect from that 3 killings, because you never know. Also travel towards the north, that can do it too, because that's where that energy is. So you want to be careful with the travel to the north this year.
And like Master Wu said, especially like Russia.
Especially Russia. Nobody's going to Russia. No. Yeah, bad idea this year. Yeah. So yeah, the directions don't only pertain to like your home. They can be as small. You can apply this chart to something as small as like a bedroom or an office or even a cubicle, and as big as your state, your country, or even the world. So if you study Feng Shui and flying stars further, you'll see that the energies that fly to the directions actually affect those areas of the world. It's kind of crazy to see it and track it over the years, how the energies move. Yeah, so right now the north is not the best place to be.
Because it's man-made disaster.
Yeah, it's a man-made disaster thing. Yeah, affecting direct north. So yeah, anyway, north rats also have a sadness and loss energy. So again, remember, not guarantees, but possibility of losing something or someone very important to you this year. Something that helps to mitigate that energy personally for you would be Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin is known as the goddess or bodhisattva of compassion and mercy. So carrying her on you. So we have a little keychain that has her on there, very nice. Having her on you kind of helps with that, or also having a figurine of her in your living room in your home. You don't want to be putting figurines of deities or pictures of deities in your bedroom. That's no good, but in the living room or common area, that is good. Always good to have her around. The north also affects the second son, so middle son of the household. So anybody's a second son, career, good year for that. Yeah. So moving along to ox. Ox, also in the north, so remember 3 killings things happening. Being in the northeast, sharing it with tiger, prosperity and wealth energy. So nice, that's great. Ox are hard workers, so good stuff. They also have something called sunshine, which gives them a really good positive attitude this year too. So ox should be feeling pretty good this year. Good money energy. So if you're owning a business or trying to start a business, good year for that sort of thing. Or even if you don't, even if you work for people, good money year anyway. We like that. Same enhancers apply, like we talked earlier about the gold and calcite, things like that. They can also carry the same wealth charm to enhance that energy. And I would say lion with sword for that 3 killings protection, because that 3 killings is really no joke. There's another energy called the, oh yeah, and also the northeast affects the youngest son in the household too. So youngest sons, good opportunity, good money opportunities this year. So when those arise, you really want to jump on them because it's a good year for that. The other energy that isn't directly affecting people, unless there's something causing it to affect you this year, is the number 5 misfortune. So that's nice because that's in nobody's real direction. But here's the thing, it flies to the center of your home this year. So if for some strange reason you have a bedroom in the center of your home, whoever sleeps in that, no matter what their sign is, can be affected by that misfortune energy. Or if you have a lot of action happening in the center of your home, if it's an area where people hang out a lot or pass through a lot, because there's action there, and that may start to affect you. So because it's an earth element, you'll want to weaken it with some metal. So you could put something like 5 element pagoda in the center to add more of that metal element to the center of your home. Or what we have here is the big metal coin. This comes with its own little stand too. This you can also put in the center of your home to enhance more of the metal element. Now, if you got nothing in the center of your home to put things on, you can't really put it in the center of your floor because that would be weird. Because
accidents.
Yeah. So placing the things in your home, you want to have the energy flow smoothly. You don't want to have something that's just like a sore thumb sticking out weird, because then the energy is not flowing smoothly for you. So using color to bring in the element that you need. So bringing in metal element into a direction, real easy. Gold, silver, even white is considered a metal element color. So decorating with white, not a hard thing to do. So bringing those colors into that direction can also help bring that element there to help suppress that misfortune energy for you. So finding the directions in your home, you want to have a compass. There should be a free compass app on your smartphone. You're going to stand in the center of your home. So do your best, find the middle. You want to match up the arrow with the north. All right. Once you match up your arrow with the north, that's all of your directions in your home. So what's a useful thing to do is, if you get a piece of paper, kind of sketch out the layout of your home, get like a chair or a step stool, put it in the center of your home, put your compass on that, kind of move it around until you find the directions, and then leave it. Put your paper above it and just kind of drop right in the directions of your home on the paper. So you know what those exact compass directions are. You don't want to guess, because the energies fly to the exact directions. You want to make sure you got your stuff in the exact directions, because things are also based on element. You put things in the wrong direction, you could be affecting things that you don't want to affect. So at the weakest, you make things ineffective. At the worst, you could be enhancing energies that you really don't. So you do want to figure out your directions. Also, two important places within your home are going to be your bedroom and your front door, or the door that you use most often. So if you use like your garage door most often, count that as your front door. Okay. Those are going to be important directions because, one, you're in and out of your front door. So that's action. So whatever direction that's in, you're going to start to affect that energy regardless of your sign. And your bedroom. So your bedroom is where you spend a lot of time sleeping. You're in there. That's your personal space. That whatever energy is in that direction is going to start affecting you too. All right. So a lot of things to think about that can be affecting you aside from your own personal sign. All right. Who you are within your family, what direction your front door, and what direction your bedroom is in. All right. So things like that. That's why it's important to know your different compass directions. And once you find out what your compass directions are, you can find out what are the good directions to be hanging out in within your home to soak up that energy, and what directions you want to spend the least amount of time as possible, because you'd also be soaking up that energy. Oh, another bonusy thing that is more structural feng shui, but has been very popular for everybody this year, is something called creating a permanent wealth corner. So this is more structural feng shui than flying stars, because you're not going to move this around. You're going to make this in your home to help gather wealth for yourself. All right. This is a good thing to do. So this is something called a money pot. This is our personal one from the store. It's got little coins and crystals and things like that in here, and a little red envelope that you're going to put underneath. And I'll explain how we're going to use this. So first of all, to find your personal money corner for your home, you're going to stand in your front door. Stand in your front door looking into your home. You're going to find the back right corner diagonally or the back left corner diagonally and set up there. Now, a good corner would be one that doesn't have a window or a door or air conditioner or fan blowing on it or anything like that, because you're going to think of energy as like water that you want to gather in a specific direction, and you want to hold it there for you and grow. If you have something blowing on it or you have a window open, your money luck could leak out or get blown off of your corner. You don't want that. You want to stay there. So you want a corner that doesn't have any windows or doors or anything like that. If you have all windows everywhere, and it's hard, you're going to have to create something. So you're going to want a curtain or something blocking about arm's length to actually create a corner, and you're not going to use that part of that window anymore. You're going to actually make a physical corner, and you can use something like a geode. So this is an amethyst geode. You can also use citrine, which is really great money energy. And you're going to place this in front of the window between your money pot and the window. So if your window is right here and your money pot's here, you're going to put it right in between, and it creates something called a wealth mountain that kind of blocks your energy from leaving out the window. All right. So as far as setting up your money corner, now that you found it, we suggest the money pot, which has been actually specially designed for that purpose. So it comes with a bunch of crystals. We have little crystal chips that you're going to pour into the bottom, And then you're going to put coins. So it also comes with a bag of Chinese coins. You're going to put your coins on top of that. And then you're going to take the red envelope that's also included. You're going to write your name and your birth date and maybe your spouse's name and birth date on the back. And then put $8 inside, put it underneath your pot. All right, in the corner. And then you're going to start using your pot like a piggy bank. So loose change, dollar bills, whatever you got, you just keep putting money in it and then wait till it's full. And then you take that money, you put it in the bank and you start over again.
Do not spend the money directly. You must put it in the bank.
Yes.
And then you can spend it.
Then you can spend it. But what it's doing is it's generating that wealth energy for you and holding it there. Okay.
It also helps too if you are a business and you want to make money from a different country. So let's say you're doing business with Russia. So you can put rubles in here.
I don't think anybody's doing business with Russia right now.
Topical, but I put, I do a lot of business with Japan, so I do put yen in here, and that does bring in money from that particular country as well too. So you can don't have to just put American money too.
Yes. So I know this is a lot of information, and you can always contact us at the store. I'm open for questions. You can email us, DM us on Instagram. We also have all this information in this book that my teacher, that's my teacher right there, Master Wu. He's fun. He makes this book every year based on the Flying Stars Feng Shui. So all this information is in there, along with how to create your wealth corner and a rundown of each of the signs and each of the directions as well. And includes pictures so you can see what he's talking about. So always good thing to have good reference material. We use it often in the store. And it also has a neat little chart in the front to help you and your friends figure out what exactly your Chinese zodiac is, because that's important. Yeah.
I think the other thing too that Master Wu recommends that, sometimes you have to do some renovation in your house or something. Sometimes you have your neighbor is doing something. So if that is happening in the north of your home, he says you have to consult. It's not like you can't do it at all. So he would find the best of the best time that you can do renovation. So I would suggest if you need to do some renovation in your home, that doesn't include painting. It's just anything where you're disturbing the knocking down walls or digging or jackhammering, those kind of
like
things.
even doing roofs. We've had people that have to do their whole entire roof. And so we've actually checked on an almanac which days would be least bad for them to do that direction, things like that. Because the energies not only shift every year, they'll shift every month and every 2 hours. It's crazy. We got a lot of energy shifting all the time. And it's really hard. It's really hard unless you're studying Feng Shui to know what energies happen at any given time. Best thing to do is, do your best and live your life. Don't worry if it's not looking that great this year for you. Chances are you've lived through this energy before, because this cycles through every year. So you're still here. You're going to be fine. Don't worry about it.
And also overall, like just a couple of things. Master Wu says one of the good luck colors is for this year is red and brown. And so, you can always put some more of that in your wardrobe. That would be very helpful. The other thing too, as an overall energy is Master Wu said that it is a good year as far as for everybody to be able to make money. Because there's a lot of water element. Anytime you have a lot of water element, that supports growth. But he says the challenge, which is one of the reasons why you want to wear red, is that people, in his words, are a little bit lazy now. So there's an opportunity to make money, but people have to motivate themselves to kind of grab the opportunities and to make the most of the opportunities that are coming your way for this year. So it's all up to you. He says action is what, personal action is what's going to enhance your life. So he says the energy is definitely out there for everybody, not just for people who are who are in this area, because everybody in the north actually has a lot of good energies. You got prosperity, you got the career and promotion, but you also have the 3 killings, so things get a little bit mitigated, right?
Yeah.
So so the energy is like, motivate yourself if you really want to make some positive changes in your life, and this is a really good year to do that. And he definitely says the energy for COVID and things like that are going to start waning towards the end of 2022. So
yeah,
I don't know.
We'll see. Things are looking up this year,
Yes.
like visibly looking up this year. So businesses are returning, restaurants are opening up, big new breakthroughs in medicine are going to be happening. So things like that. It is a more positive year for everyone all around, which is nice. We could use that already.
And it always, sometimes if you're the first time experiencing this type of feng shui, it sounds like a lot of doom and gloom. And for Master Wu, he says, you want to mitigate any negative energies that might be kind of are surrounding you, right? If they say, if you drive down this road and you're going to have, you might have an accident because it's really, really swervy. So you're not going to go down that road, right? Because somebody already told you that that's not a great road to go down. You're going to try to go on another road. But if you do go down that road, you're just going to drive more slow. So this is what this is all about. So he says that mitigating the more negative energies is actually less costly for you. So it's really important to go, okay, I don't want to get sick, so I'm going to, start drinking my smoothies every day and exercising and doing all the things that, that are good for me, because that's the energy that's surrounding me, because that is just much more costly than, of course you want to, enhance your career and your prosperity. But he says mitigating the negative energies, or people telling you, don't go down the dark alleyways, or don't eat like weird street food when you have, what's the energy for the heaven dog, right? So,
yeah. So it's like all of these energies are there anyway. These energies are all coming, good and bad. So even if you just protect yourself and don't do anything for the positive energies, doesn't mean they're not going to affect you. You're still going to get the positive energies there, but the negative energies are still there too. So you want to prioritize protecting first before enhancing. Yeah.
Well, you can do all of it.
I mean, all of it.
My bag weighs like 10 pounds because I have like all the different, a lot of feng shui things in my bag, and a lot of jewelry for enhancing,
bracelets and things.
Exactly, yes, exactly. So anyway, we just want to keep it light and want to wish you all a very happy Chinese New Year of the Water Tiger. And just if you have any questions, you can DM us. You can come to the store if you would like to see if any of these things in person. Like we said, you don't have to buy anything. Okay. The thing about this is you can use colors, you can use pictures of items. So,
you can be in that direction or not be in that direction.
Right. You can sit in that direction.
Things like that.
You can do things, see what you have in your house. The other thing too is some things are an investment. So one of the things that are like a good investments are the qilins and the pichus. Okay, so those happen every year. So if you buy one, you don't have to ever buy it again unless it breaks. So so when you're the Tai Sui energy comes every year. So you just take the one investment that you do for this year and you move it every year. So Master Wu says if you have something that's in your house that you were using before, you start about maybe about a month. because the energies start changing.
Yeah. So
close.
from my experience, I've noticed people start feeling the next year's energy from November.
Right.
So you're going to start feeling the shift into the next year from November.
So
Yeah.
clean the items that you have from last year. You can use some incense or something to kind of just kind of
clear it.
re-energize
Yeah.
it and clear it from last year's energy, and then you just move it. But it's important to, if you are changing your feng shui things, change it in the morning, because that's when the qi is rising, not at night.
Don't want to move your feng shui stuff at night, only during the day.
Right. So, those are a couple of little tips for you guys. And yeah, well, I don't know. Do we have questions, or I'm not sure.
I don't see any questions yet, but if you guys do have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat. I just want to take this time to say thank you so much, Malia and Leanne. I feel like as a beginner myself, I learned so much valuable knowledge from you guys and so much information. I was saying that I was the metal goat and I didn't even see goat on there. So I'm the ram.
Okay, goat. Yeah. In Chinese, it's like goat and ram and sheep. It's all the same creature to them.
Ox and cow.
Ox and cow, yeah, same, all the same thing. So yeah, that's so right. Yeah, ram, watch your health this year.
Yes, definitely.
Stuff like that.
And I think we have our first question from Janet. She said, do you do consultations for homes or businesses for feng shui alignment? Where else can our salt lamps be placed?
Well, we do if you come to the store. I don't do house calls, but if you need someone to come to your home or business for that, my teacher does it.
Yeah,
so Master Wu, or he's at Feng Shui Arts and Gifts on Mauna Kea, and you can contact him.
And he will use compass, and he will take into consideration everybody who lives in your house, right? So it's not just you, but all the people who live in your house as well.
Contact information.
And I can put that in the email that I'll be sending out.
Yeah. How many evil eye can we hang in our home? Well, evil eye is a Turkish thing. It's not really a Chinese feng shui thing. So so you're not using it for feng shui, but if you're using it to protect yourself from like the jealousy, envy, ill wishes from other people, things like that, because that's what it's typically for. I mean, I wouldn't overdo it, but you can put where you feel necessary. Some people put a larger one in their home facing the front door, or in their offices facing out, things like that. As
you don't want to put too many in your house, because they're all looking at you. So that's also kind of disturbing. So you're trying to deflect, right? If you're using an evil eye, so like something big that when you open the door, the energy goes back out. Kind of sometimes people, Chinese people will hang like a bagua mirror above their front door where they come in and out, because that's where all the energies come. But as far as in your house, I wouldn't want to have evil eyes like looking at me all over the place.
Exactly. I mean, you can also carry one on you if you need to, things like that. We actually have a candle in the store called Talk to the Hand, and it has an evil eye thing in it for people who are experiencing that and they need to deflect some of that.
And energy. Sometimes, if you are in like an office and you don't want it to be like too noticeable, sometimes people will tie it to the underneath of their chair. So that's just, especially if you experience a little kind of like office, you just want to keep that energy away. Just tie it underneath your regular chair, and then, like a little evil eye charm, that would be helpful.
So I saw a question about salt lamps, where else you can put it. All right, so a couple different places. The east, like I said, to bring in that fire element to weaken the argument energy. You can also put it in the south. All right, so the future, luck, happiness energy, that's also a fire element energy. So you want to enhance your future luck energy. South would be great for that. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like little lucky bamboos in those directions as well. You can totally do that. Awesome. The other thing you can do is put it in the northeast, because it's an earth direction. Fire kind of creates more earth element. So Northeast, money direction, good place to have your salt lamp. Also, when you set up your permanent wealth corner, good place to keep a salt lamp too. Yeah, so your wealth corner, it's not only gonna be the wealth pot and maybe a geode, you're gonna put other things that represent wealth to you. So maybe little gold ingots, maybe a little lucky bamboo, you know, we also have like pichus and things like that. Like little gold pichus, because they're also bringers of prosperity. Little three-legged toad guys, things like that. You can also keep in your wealth corner along with your salt lamp, you know, make it look nice, make it cute to you.
I wouldn't have, just personally, wouldn't have too many salt lamps. Just one is probably good in your house, or maybe if you have a healing room, then one would be good for that, because it does emit salt into the air. And so some people are trying to have a low sodium diet. It actually, if you have too many on, you will feel, your mouth will feel very salty at the end of the day. So it actually does dissipate the salt into the air. So if you have some health issues where you need to not have so much salt, I would be careful with the salt lamps. But they're very good for kind of.
I have like 4 of them in my place. I like them. They're pretty. They make a nice glow.
They do. They really do.
Yeah. But depending where you live too, because it is salt and we do live in a humid environment.
Can melt.
If you live in a humid area that has a lot of rain or near the ocean, they can start melting. One thing to help with that is to keep them on all the time, because the light bulb in there kind of helps evaporate some of the moisture in it. So yeah, there's that. But you know, I live in town, so for the most part, my salt lamps are fine.
Any other questions?
So I just wanted to take this time as well to introduce ourselves. We're the Stephen A. Cohen Military Family Clinic at Child and Family Service. We provide behavioral health services to include individual counseling, family counseling, couples counseling, and group counseling for post 9/11 veterans, service members of all branches to include National Guard and Reserves, and anybody that they consider a family member, so including Hanai family as well. So if you have any questions, I put up our contact info up here. And I will also be emailing you guys our flyer so that you can look at that, to include all of the great resources that Malia and Leanne shared earlier today, and the little graphic of the birthday zodiac so that you can identify yourself if you didn't have time earlier today. But I just wanted to say thank you so much, everyone, for sticking with us and enjoying this really wonderful session. It's so generous of you guys for sharing your time and your knowledge with us. We really appreciate it. Is there anything else that you wanted to share before we? Oh, there's another question.
Yeah. Okay. So the Pichu. Okay. Southwest Northeast have a pair. Okay. So these are actually jasper. These are carved out of jasper. We will actually have jade ones in the store though. So if you want those are really nice. You can put them, they come in a pair. You want to keep them in a pair. So if you get them in a pair, they're in a pair. Don't separate them. You can keep one pair this year in the Northeast, a little closer to east, facing your front door, wherever that is. And then Southwest, a little closer to west, facing your front door.
And above eye level.
Above eye level, or just not on the floor, but not eye level with you. Yeah, so you don't have to have both of them. Ideally, you want both of them. If it comes down to one or the other, I would use the one most applicable to you. So if you're a tiger, I would say do them in the Northeast. If you're a monkey, I would say do it in the Southwest. If you're neither, I would say do the Tai Sui direction, Northeast.
Great. So thank you so much, everybody. Oh,
Thank you.
I know, sorry, we're trying to read the little comments. So anyway, yeah, so hope to see you in the store. We do have We do have a website, so, you know, shameless plug here, but it is sedona-hi.com. So if you go to our website, especially if you don't live here, and you can search by your animal sign. So you can search you're the rat, and then it'll tell you all of the different things that are recommended. So if you listen to all this and then you still don't understand, which is fine because people do that, you can go to our website and it will just tell you this, this, and this, and you can, you know, go from there too. So yeah.
And I'll include their website on the email I'll send out, and I'll also copy their contact at sedona-hawaii.com email so that you can directly ask any questions that you have about this presentation to them.
For sure. And then as you send the email, we've sent out some attachments for you, and that will kind of break down by each animal sign, kind of like this, but in a written format. So it may be helpful to kind of have that as a secondary information for you as well. So, all right.
Thank you so much, ladies.
Thanks.
And I hope to see you at the store soon.
Hopefully. Thank you. We appreciate you inviting us into your home.